What's up, everybody? This video is all about how to change tires on expensive carbon fiber wheels without causing damage. Let's face it, these wheels aren't cheap. In the Mustang community, we're finding these on the GT500 carbon fiber track pack and also the GT350R. Other manufacturers are also coming out with carbon fiber wheels, and it's a cringe-worthy moment when you have to go in and change tires. So this is about how to do that successfully without damage. We are going to take a look at 3 different shops that I went to change tires on my carbon fiber track pack, and the last shop turned out to be the best. Alright, so here we go. First off, I've got a local small town tire shop near me that I use for all my tire swapping, tire patching, and they have a new Hunter machine, but I'm pretty sure they've never seen carbon fiber wheels before, so I was hesitant to go to them. I reached out to a friend of mine, local friend that has a GT350R, and asked him where he goes for his tire swapping, and he told me Texas Track Works, which is a shop that I've used for my track alignment. Great shop. The only problem there is their machine, this old Hunter, is very old. They call it the dinosaur, and it grabs the wheels from the inside. It also uses compressed air to move the arms around. So it worked in this case for the first one that I was able to swap the tires. I had to go back to them for a second time, and their machine just failed. So I was scrambling around to find another place at the 11th hour, and that's what took me on to option 2, which we're going to see here in a bit. When looking for a shop to change tires on your carbon fiber wheels, you need to find one that has an updated new Hunter machine. Traditionally, to change a tire, the tech had to use a pry bar to basically pry the tire up over the lip of the rim. So they're using this pry bar against the rim, which you just simply cannot do on the carbon fiber wheels. Carbon fiber is lighter and stiffer, but it doesn't bend, doesn't give. It will just simply crack and chip, completely fail when you get a lot of pressure in a small spot. Now this tech has got a pry bar in his hand there. As you can see, he's used to working with carbon fiber wheels, so he knows to apply light pressure, and then this arm that comes down gives him something to basically pry against. You can see him put the force there, pulling the tire lip up and over. He's doing that against the arm itself and not on the wheel. Now there's a couple times where he pried very lightly on the wheel, but again, he's used to dealing with carbon fiber wheels, so he knows what he is doing. This is what happens when a tech does not know what they're doing. This was from Discount Tire. This is one of my wheels that was damaged in a previous video that I'll put the link up above. But a Discount Tire tech basically used a pry bar, wedged it down there, and put a lot of force, chipping the wheel, and that caused a rupture, which then leaked pressure, and it went all the way through to the other side. This happened before I bought this particular wheel, and the takeaway here is, choose your shop wisely, and then also don't drop your wheels off and expect good things to happen. Witness, stand there and supervise if you will, but stay in the presence of your wheel when it's getting swapped so you can see what's done to it. Back at the track shop, the tech is working on getting that 305 off. If you're wondering why a new tire would be getting taken off, I bought an extra set of carbon fiber wheels, and one of the tires was the wrong Sport Cup 2, so taking this tire off to get it swapped out with the proper tire. This is a generic Sport Cup 2 and not the Ford Performance variant that was designed for the carbon fiber track pack. You can see the tech here is prying again, but he's not prying on the lip of the wheel, he's prying on that red arm piece. Removal is a success. Okay, next up is reinstallation. This is a 305 low profile, if you will. The wider the tire and the lower profile it is, the harder it is to install. Also make sure that the tech makes notice of the inside and the outside of the tire. It would suck to go through the whole tire installation process only to find out that the tire was installed backwards and have to do the whole process over again. This tire swap was a total success. Like I said, they just have an old machine that failed when I came back to try it again. Hopefully they get an updated machine soon. This footage here from balancing, the tech said that the wheel was pretty well balanced right from the factory, the wheel and the tire. So not much weight is needed, but I'll say this, if you plan to track your car, you know, these stick-on weights go on the inside where the front calipers are, and those calipers get really stinking hot. So if they can put the stick-on weights slightly off center so that they're not in line with the really hot calipers, it'll do better. I did notice that some of my wheels, the stickiness kind of melted and the weight slightly moved, just being exposed to the hot track temps. On to the second shop. This is the Ford dealership closest to me. This was an 11th hour thing that I was trying to do, and they were the only shop that could take me in that had a Hunter. Basically went back to Texas Track Works when I found out the night before a race event that I had a bad wheel and I had to swap a tire. Their machine failed, like I said, so calling around, this was after 5 one evening, it's like 6 o'clock. I called the local Ford dealer, which is closest to me, and they have the updated Hunter machine, as you can see there, that actually grabs from the center hub. They did a great job as far as protecting the wheel. They were just in uncharted territory. They had never worked on a carbon fiber wheel before. I had explained to them that they can't put any pressure on the lip. They were nervous, I was nervous. In the end, it worked out with them, but it was a little sketchy. I was kind of expecting the lip to get damaged on the footage you see coming up here, but fortunately it did not. In the future, I'll use these guys as a possible plan B, but I plan to stick with the small town tire shop that you see come up here towards the end. This arm that you can see coming down on their machine is used to lift the tire up and over the edge. This was the sketchiest part, if you will. As it was lifting, it was kind of pulling towards the wheel hub, which is kind of putting pressure against the lip. But they were able to make it work. This was the moment of truth as they're lifting up on that arm and putting pressure on the lip. I figured we were either going to hear a crack or see success. I was gritting my teeth a little bit here, but it worked. These guys just used 3 of them to muscle the old tire up and off the wheel, and success, they got it off. Here we go again with installation. This is a 305 tire on an 11-inch wheel. They used the soapy slippery mix to make it easier on themselves. They paid attention to the outside versus the inside of the tire, make sure they get it oriented correctly on the wheel. And got it on there pretty easily, then had to work on getting the outer lip onto the outside lip of the wheel. These Hunter machines are pretty slick. As you can see, putting the tire back on over that outer lip, which can sometimes be a challenge. They're just using the arms of the machine, and it worked like a champ. They did a great job cleaning up the wheel of all the soapy, slippery residue, and then aired it up and called it a success. On to my third experience. Like I said earlier, this is a small town shop, tire shop, that I use for all my tires, wheel swapping. We use them for my truck, the wife's SUV, the kids' Mustangs, my Mustangs. I just thought they had never experienced, I'm pretty sure they'd never experienced carbon fiber wheels before. They're mostly dealing with truck tires, SUVs, daily driver type stuff. So no higher end or exotic. This is a smaller town. They've always done fantastic work for me, but didn't think to go to them first, which now they're my go-to option. Here is the machine that they have, in case anybody else is looking for one. This thing worked like a champ. So this is a small mom and pop place, like I said, and I went straight to the owner and asked for him to take care of my wheel, and he stepped in and did it instead of some of his techs. A really nice thing with this Hunter Revolution tire change machine is there's no use of a pry bar. He's getting ready to soap up that upper wheel there on the right. There's also a lower one on the bottom that breaks the bead, breaks the seal, and then you're going to see the neatest part, or the slickest part of this whole operation is there's a lever that basically comes down, grabs the tire, and pulls it up over the wheel. It's worth mentioning that this is the damaged carbon fiber wheel that I had. I didn't know it was damaged when I put the tire on it. So I'm removing this tire to ship off the rim to go get it fixed. And again, that's the video that I linked earlier, repairing a carbon fiber wheel. Because of this, you're not going to see this shop put the tire back on this wheel. I just got that wheel back and still have yet to put a tire on it. As the camera pans around here, take note of that silver hook top center of the screen. That's going to go down inside there and grab the tire, and that's what's going to pull it up. Isn't that slick? That was the best experience I had out of all three of these cases of changing a tire on a carbon fiber wheel. I got it. Boom.
Got it all.
Nicely done. Well, that's it. That's my 3 experiences of changing tires on carbon fiber wheels. Hopefully you guys find this informational and it helps out the next guy. Thanks for watching. See you next time.